Hey guys, welcome to Chats with Chards with Michelle and Nay, obviously. This is like the fourth episode, I think, if I'm keeping track. Today's episode is about problems. Oh my god. Now we obviously all have them. And it's about the size, isn't it? Like the main thing with a problem is about the size of a problem. Bottom line is one, everybody has problems. So there's short girl problems, fat girl problems, just girl problems in general. Guy problems, broke problems, being racist problems, being black problems, Latino problems. There are all types of problems. Mental health is one thing on the table, and that is an issue. That's a problem, and it's growing. It's an area that is growing. Dementia, schizophrenia, all of those mental illnesses are growing significantly now. And that is a real problem, and it's a problem that we're not looking at, it's a problem that we're not addressing, but we all get caught up in our own problems. This hat right now is about to become a problem, but that's a very little problem compared to the things that are actually out there and that people are really suffering with. But I just want to touch a few problems really quickly because it's common problems that us as youths tend to experience, and it goes with self-esteem, and it goes with how we view ourselves in the world and how we try to portray ourselves in the world. This bougie factor, yeah, such a big thing, isn't it? Trying to be bougie. I don't know why everybody wants to be bougie. Bougie used to be looked at being like as a bad thing, being stuck up, and now being bad and bougie is such a good thing. It's crazy. We're so bogged down in how we look and how we appear, the things that we have. So we try to make it, you know, I don't know, we try to portray things that don't actually always happen, or make our Snapchats look more interesting than our lives actually are, or, you know, our relationships look more booified or baified rather than, you know, they actually are. And it's just for people's view. Like, why? You actually have real life problems. Like, I don't know why you want to make social media a problem of yours that it just doesn't need to be. How people view you and how, yeah, okay, we have to live in a society where appearance may matter to an extent, or, you know, what we do and what we say will obviously affect our lives in a way. If you're a professional, if you need to be a professional, then the way you are viewed is important. But making social media a problem of yours is so unnecessary. Like, Instagram, do it for the gram. Like, is that really an issue that you really want? Okay, let's talk about a real problem. You have bills. Yeah. It may be a car. I mean, lucky for some, y'all live at home. Some of you live at home, you live with your parents, and maybe your parents pay the mortgage, and maybe they pay all the house bills. But I'm sure maybe you're responsible for your phone, or maybe they're giving you a little bit of responsibility, like getting some money to take your trash out, or paying your own travel expenses or whatever. But we all have some form of responsibility, some of us more than others. And each of us have our own problems in regards to our responsibility. So some of you have children, that's responsibility, and there's problems that come with those responsibilities. Let's go a bit more extreme right now and look at Africa. Look at the things that are happening in Africa. Look at things that are happening in Nigeria. The killings that are happening in Nigeria. I don't know if not everybody's really up to date with all the things that are happening. There are so many things. Okay, even just Africa on a whole. Like, even if you don't want to be country specific, and they are starving and they are dying, and those are real life problems. It's not equal. The world isn't equal. A country isn't equal to start off with, but the world is not equal. And there are people with real life problems. Honestly, if you ever think your life is so bad, and I will do a video on suicide at one point, because suicide is a thing that is becoming not acceptable, but seems like it's the easy way out for people who cannot deal with their problems. And there are better ways, one, to deal with your problems, and there's a better resolution. That's one. And two, your problems are nothing compared to actual problems that people have, uncurable diseases or even curable diseases that people cannot even reach the vaccinations of or cannot get medical attention for and die of the common flu or the common cold or salmonella or cholera that there's vaccines for. Like, people are dying. Like, what is the worst thing you think your problem can cause you? You to lose your house, or you to lose your phone, or you can't drive, or, oh, God forbid, God forbid we leave the house without a phone. That's the biggest problem, and everyone's day is spoilt because you've left your phone at home. Geez, the world's gonna end. But famine and diseases in our country and children starving and dying and people being mass slaughtered and everything like that is nothing to you, because your biggest problem is that you've left your phone at home. My point, guys, is that there are problems, and there are problems on a very, very large scale that we don't even realize. And I'm sure that as much as some of you may actually watch the news, don't know how much of you do that, but whomever does actually watch the news, you can see on telly on a normal day that there is so much happening out there, so much crisis, so much bad news. And good news in comparison to bad news is definitely much less. But with all the things that are happening, do you really think that the world is going to end with your little problem? Like, do you really think that it's so significant that you have to be in a bad mood the whole day, cuss out the world just because of your teeny tiny problem? Do you really think that with all the people that are starving and dying and not getting fair equality, all the stuff that is happening out there, your teeny tiny problem, not enough people liked your picture on social media? Oh my God, what a disaster. Oh my God, you guys don't like my hat? That is such a disaster. I'm gonna cry because I have the biggest problem in the world. You guys need to grow up. Get over it. For goodness sake, social media is the smallest problem of the world. Everybody has problems. Fat girl problems, short girl problems, black girl problems in general, money problems, family problems, health problems. People have problems. People have problems. You are not the only one in the world that has problems. So suicide is not the resolution for problems. Just deal with your problems and stop whining about it. Stop moaning about it. Not enough likes on Instagram is not a real problem. Your nail polish being cracked is not a real problem. Leaving your phone behind is not a real problem. Even if your phone was broken and cracked, oh my God, how many of us have cracked our screens? My screen is cracked right now. It's not the biggest problem in the world. There are bigger problems out there. God, open your mind, open your hearts to actually see people's actual problems and be more considerate. Get your head out of your own ass. I mean that in the best possible way. Everybody has problems. There are streams to deal with problems. If it's psychological problems, there's things like therapy. Talking to someone's always good. And when you talk to someone, you don't realize how much other people actually know, not just about your problem, but in terms of signposting, like referral, where to go, how to solve it by going to who knows more about it. But you can't start to solve them until you talk about them. And that's just truth. So you know how they say problem shared is a problem half solved? That's really it is, because if you don't know everything, none of us can ever quote to know everything. And talking to people, you gain some form of insight, which is also why you need to have good people around you, good friends, good family, and talk to people. Trust me, you'll learn something every day. Just talk to someone that you won't randomly talk to. Even if you want to speak hypothetically because you don't really want to share your problem with people, but outsource it and you gather more information and you gather more insight as to how you can deal with your problem. But guys, one, suicide is not the way to go. So many reasons, different video altogether, but that's one. And two, there are bigger problems out there. Like, your problems are, and they may look massive to you, and I get it. I really get it. They look massive when you're in the situation. They look massive because you were just you're caught up in your own life, and it is your own life, and it's you that's in it, and it's you that's dealing with it, and it's you that's going through it. But talk to someone. If it's that hard, if it's that difficult, if it's that big, talk to someone. In comparison to what's actually happening out there, be thankful with your little problems, honey. Life isn't perfect, but it teaches us things, and that's a strive. Okay, well, that's my rant for today. I'm gonna see you guys later. Share, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Like my hat, hate my hat, I don't really care. I'll see you guys next time.